Hello and welcome to Startup Search classes. Today we'll talk about how to decide whether to join a B school and go for an MBA or not. Now, as we know that there are a lot of exams like CAT, IAFT, XAT, MAT and others that are conducted for B school entrances. And many a times it happens that you might have taken one of these exams or more than one of these exams, but you did not end up in a very high percentile. You have an average percentile and you are having a choice of B schools other than IMs, and you are in a dilemma whether to join them or not. Now, how would you decide? Now, let's say you are a fresher and you are having an offer of 5 lakhs per annum, and you can expect that to go up by 10% on an average over the next 2 years. So at the end of 2 years, it will become 6 lakhs. So how much are you losing here? You're losing 5 plus 5.5, which is 10.5 lakhs, or let's roughly take it as 11 lakhs. And on top of that, you have to invest money for taking the course and also for meeting your incidental expenses like your hostel fees and others. So the course fees on an average today is around 17 to 18 lakhs for most B schools. Some are higher or some are lower than that also. And you also have to meet your expenses, which would be another 3 to 4 lakhs easily over 2 years. So we are talking about an investment of 22 lakhs. So in total, you'll be spending around at least around 32 to 33 lakhs over the next 2 years. So how will you look at it? So this is a considerable investment, and on top of that, you're foregoing your offer. So what would you expect? How would you decide? So the decision criteria is like this. So if the average salary of the B school is anywhere between 8 to 10 lakhs, that means at the end of 2 years, you will be starting with an average of, let's say, 9 lakhs. And this means that if you had continued with the job, you would have had 6 lakhs at the end of 2 years. Now you'll be having 9 lakhs, which means 3 lakhs more. And every year you'll be having at least 3 lakhs more, because this would have increased by 10%. This would also increase by at least 10%. So you will have a difference of at least 3 lakhs on a year-on-year basis. So roughly in about 10 years, you will recover your investment. So your return on investment will happen in about 10 years. That is a payback period, as we call it. But if the average salary is anywhere less than 8 lakhs, it doesn't make sense to go for an MBA in that school or college, because in that case your return on investment will go up considerably, 15 to 20 years, and it really doesn't make sense for you to invest for that long a period. So this is the first thumb rule. So thumb rule is that if the average salary, now don't look at the highest salary offer. Sometimes you'll see the highest package. Now the highest package can be misleading, because the highest package could be obtained by a particular person, only one person, by his or her own contacts also. Sometimes it happens that I have a good contact in the industry and I utilize that contact and get a good offer, but it may or may not be from the institute itself. And even if it is from the institute, chances are that those kind of companies only hire a handful of candidates, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, and you might not fall in that bracket. So it is always safe to assume the average salary and base your calculations on that. So if the average salary is more than 30% of your salary at the end of 2 years from now, then go in for the MBA program. Otherwise, not. It has to be a minimum of 30% higher. Now, coming to a working professional, the rule remains the same, except that the numbers could be higher. Now, again, for a working professional, right now, let's say you are earning 8 lakhs per annum, and that would become around 10 lakhs in 2 years. So you're foregoing almost 8 plus 9, 17 lakhs you're foregoing, plus the course fees, which is around 21, 22. So you're foregoing around 40 lakhs. And in order to recover 40 lakhs, your difference in salary has to be at least 4 lakhs per year. That means after 2 years, your expected salary will be 10 lakhs. So you should look for a B school where the average salary is in the range of at least 12 to 16 lakhs, so that you end up in a salary of around 13, 14 lakhs. So in this case, you are safe. Your decision to go for an MBA makes sense, particularly in that B school. If not, then it is better not to go in for it this year and take an attempt next year, assuming that you don't have a better choice of B school this year. So I hope this video will help you to decide on which B school to go in for, and carefully look at the average salary, look at your own projected salary at the end of 2 years, and the investment that you have to make for the program itself, and add up your numbers and check whether they make sense. So greater than 30% of your salary at the end of 2 years should be the thumb rule.